Greetings, Arem Naharim Samadhi, and this is Jesus Spirituality at YouTube, and it is under the ministry of Lotus of the Heart, also at YouTube, with the theme Living in Love Beyond Beliefs. Interfaith, interspiritual, inclusively compassionate, welcoming all. You're welcome to the website for daily presentations at www.onelifeministries.org. Also, another meeting place is at Facebook, Lotus of the Heart, a community page. So thank you. Today, I'm going to share a little bit connecting two ideas about the spirituality that comes out of Jesus, the deep spirituality, the mystical tradition in Christianity that is grounded in teachings of Jesus and relates to teaching in other faiths, and I will show how briefly, but connect that with a story or an anecdote I will share with you now. So today we could say this is about you being I am, but being you. Or I am being you. And the story comes out of the anecdote comes out of the 1990s, and it concerns a woman named Susan Graham. Now she was a soprانist, and she was a rising star in the opera. And a review was done on her, and the man who did this, the person who did the review, is Jamie Schilling Fields, and this was in the Texas Monthly in December 1996. So in this, he interviewed Susan Graham, and he asked her if she could be the next Cecilia Bartoli. Now, this had been a legendary soprانist with the same mezzo-soprانist. Here is the response of Susan Graham. I'm not sure I want to be the next anyone, and she stressed anyone. I'd rather be the first Susan Graham. Now, when I do spiritual guidance with persons, this is what I want. I want them to be the first, whoever they are. Now, this can create a false tension. I talk about presence. We are all presence. If we look at the Jesus spirituality, we look into the Gospels, and Jesus identifies himself as Jesus very strongly with I am. That came out of the tradition of Judaism. The absolute one, a way of speaking of that, was I am. But he was saying I am, and I am this, 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 this. This is a trait of the Gospel of John, the mystical Gospel of John. At one point he says, I am the light of the world. And then we could say, well, Jesus is the light of the world, but I am not the light of the world. And yet elsewhere he says that you are the light of the world. You're the light of the world. Well, we're both. Jesus and Arem is the light of the world because we're both I am. You're I am. So this is presence, and how presence, the universal presence, the creative presence, the all-potency, everywhere present, always present, manifest is through you. So that's where we could see some tension. I don't mean that in a negative sense, simply some tension between this a creative tension between the fact that I am presence and yet I am I. So when I am takes on form, it takes on you, me, as it took on Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, your neighbor, your friend, your mother, your father, your child. Everyone you meet is a particularization of the creativity and the wisdom, the play, we could say, to use an Eastern idea, the play, the dance of spirit, the manifestation of spirit, of I am. We're like reflections of that, or emanations of that. And therefore we are that, in that we all participate in it. And when I say I am, and you say I am, that is the same I am. It's not that there is an I am that is I am here and I am there. It's the same I am. It's not I am's, I am. But that singularity, that absolute simplicity, breaks off into diversity. And you're there, I'm here. So you're a carpenter, you're a pianist, you're a mother, you're a rock climber, a mountain climber, you're a scientist, you're a professor. That's the I am. So that goes back to what Susan says. It's by coming back into the realization of that oneness that we are and appreciating the sacredness of that oneness that then we can more fully appreciate that the particularity of that expression through my life is why I'm on this earth. I'm here only to be an expression of presence, but as fully also Arem. So I do what I do. And I'm not trying to be someone else. I don't need to be compared to anyone. Why would I need that if I am? And I am being I am through the particularity of my life. So when I write, it's this passion to be I am. And I am Arem. Teach. Someone I read recently said, if you write, write. Whether whatever money you make doing it or who likes it, if that's why you're here, that's part of why you're here. Write and don't stop writing. That doesn't mean write every moment of the day, but express that passion, because the passion is you're coming fully into the particularity of who you are. We don't hide behind the universal. We express that by saying, I come fully into my life, and yes, I write poetry. I guide people spiritually out of jail. I do videos where I teach. I play with my dogs. I keep my house. I pray. I meditate. I teach meditation. I celebrate my life. As I've said over and over, to come to God, come to your own life. It's that simple. So yes, you are I am, I aming. You're the one presence manifesting as your particular presence within it, or manifestation of that presence. Do not compare yourself. Don't be defined by anyone else. Be the first you. So I hope this today on being the first you encourages you to come fully into your life, your giftedness. Celebrate that. Some may like it, some may not. Hey, it's not your problem. You're not here to fit in. You're here to be you. Thank you.